on the planet, and nobody breaks it down like Jim Rome.
Who do you think will be the last one standing this year?
Fearless debate and the best callers in sports.
On any given week, you have lots to beef about. Take advantage of it. Get up in here.
Big games, big opinions, and zero mercy.
We'll get to all of that. You've been warned.
He's the Spitfire of sports smack.
A lot to get to, and I'm not sure you're going to like all of it. I don't even care if you like all of it or not. I have a job to do.
The Jim Rome Show.
What's your beef?
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
The Seahawks are going to Super Bowl 60. It's a rematch with the New England Patriots in Super Bowl 60 in Santa Clara.
Sunday, February 8th, complete coverage of the big game is on Westwood One. Hi, everybody. I'm Scott Graham. Join Kevin Harlan, Kurt Warner, Laura Oakman, Gene Steratore, Ryan Harris, and me for all the action right here.
Here on Toledo's home for football, ESPN 100.7. The Ticket.
His Store and More, the Man Superstore Studios. This is 100.7 WQQO HD2 Sylvania, Toledo, a Cumulus media station.
This is a Daily Show with Coach Jake Diebler, brought to you by Encova Insurance. 92-82 Wisconsin over Ohio State. Certainly, Jake, it was a great start for your basketball team, but when Wisconsin's defense does what it does, especially to John Mobley, that has to make it a difficult deal.
Well, our biggest issue was on the defensive end today. I mean, we scored enough points to be able to at least have a chance to win on the road, and we didn't get enough stops. And so, that's we again, the things we talk about, we just didn't have that level of execution and attention to detail. And, there were a couple loose balls that we didn't get that they did, a couple unnecessary fouls that were just complete mental errors. That's the disappointing thing for me today. We did some good stuff offensively. Obviously, we scored enough. And we did that, in spite of, a couple guys struggling. So defensively, we've got to be better.
All right, we'll have another comment in just a moment.
Hi, I'm Archie Griffin, two-time Heisman Trophy winner. The right coverage can be a game changer, both on and off the court. That's why Encova Insurance and their local independent agents are prepared for what's next and protect what matters most to you. Whether that's your home, car, business, or family, Encova's got your back with a policy that fits you perfectly. With local independent agents in your neighborhood and innovative insurance products that can be tailored to fit your unique needs, Encova's playbook is an easy win for your peace of mind. Basketball is full of challenging shots, and life can be too. With Encova, you don't have to do it alone. Your expert agent will guide you and provide insurance solutions so you can confidently manage your risk and count on a financially secure future. For auto, home, and business insurance, you want Encova on your team. Visit Encova.com today to find an agent near you. Encova is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Go Bucks!
This is the Ohio State Sports Network, presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, the team physicians for Ohio State Athletics.
92-82, the final. Wisconsin with a victory over Ohio State.
Coach, when you look at trying to find a lineup on both ends of the floor to be better defensively and offensively, Christoph Tilley was not himself, 0 of 8, but you also look at his backup, Ivan Nagovin. What does that force you to do when you're not getting the productivity from the 5 spot, when your centers are not producing points?
Well, we tried to go smaller because, we were in a situation where we were getting spread out. So we tried to go smaller so we could switch some and be able to pressure a little bit more and take away some of the threes they got in that stretch when those guys were in. And they didn't have their best game, but they both have had some great moments for us. They'll respond because they care and they're really good players and they work hard, and that's what we need to do now. We need to respond.
It's the Ohio State Sports Network from Learfield.
The need for aerospace technicians is on the rise. If you're looking for an exciting technical career that can offer exceptional wages and job security at a fraction of the cost of a 4-year college program, then consider the Federal Aerospace Institute, an FAA-certified aircraft maintenance technician school located at the Eugene F. Krantz Toledo Express Airport. FAI will prepare you for a new and rewarding career path in the aerospace industry. In just 12 short months, you can earn your FAA certification as a licensed aircraft maintenance technician. education that can open the door to thousands of employment opportunities nationwide, and many companies offering immediate employment, sign-on bonuses, travel opportunities, advancements, and more. Ask us about our newly formed partnership with Owens Community College and Purdue University Global. Day and evening classes are forming now, and class sizes are limited. Finance options are available for students and qualified military veterans. Visit us at federalerosspaceinstitute.com or give us a call to schedule your no-obligation tour. FAI, where futures take off.
Do you need a personal project manager that is not a family member? Let Dream Green Home Maintenance take the stress out of your home repairs. We specialize in making your projects and ideas come to life. Maintenance and repairs, from roof to basement and everything in between, including small renovations, door adjustments and replacements, baseboards, vinyl, ceramic, and wood flooring. We do it all. Dream Green, located in Holland, has been around for over 20 years. Give us a call, 419-944-3948. Check us out at dreamgreentoledo.com. Dream Green, making your space your favorite place.
Join Mark Patrick Hypnosis. Lose the weight or stop smoking, guaranteed only $59.99. Saturday, February 7th at the Hampton Inn and Suites Toledo Westgate in Toledo. Weight loss hypnosis starts 11 a.m. Stop smoking starts 2 p.m.
Toledo, it's time to train like a D1 athlete. D1 training is now open, so visit this station's site today for your D1 training suite deal and get a full year membership at half the price. Located at 4400 Heather Downs, it's D1 Training, defining the way you train.
Black and White Sports is now.
Trust and believe. It's something totally different. And stop with the Eminem, because Eminem's not one of the best either. And y'all can stop that.
Dre says he's the best on the mic.
Dr. Dre is a Fed, and so is Snoop. We covered this. Everybody fool with Dre and Snoop is dead or was locked up. I don't care what Dr. Dre said.
I'm just reporting.
Dr. Dre was wearing women's shoes before it was fashionable to do it as a guy.
Toledo's sports leader, ESPN 100.7 The Ticket.
I know you're kind of busy just now, but I want to tell you some things I never told you. I know sometimes I act stupid and I say stupid things, but you kept me around, and other people would have said, drop that bum. You give me respect. You know, it's hard for me to say these kind of things because that ain't my way. But if I could just unzip myself and step out and be someone else, I want to be you. You're real hot.
If the papers knew we were talking like this, they'd think we was crazy. Why you?
Because I'm the best and you need somebody to teach you different. You may not understand what I'm talking about now. I can appreciate that, but you will when it's over. Believe me. You will when it's over. You think I don't have any more?
You got nothing more to prove, do you?
Look, man, this is the opportunity of a lifetime.
I got a lot of more. Come on. Here we go again.
And we wish to show the American press a small portion of the advances.
What does all this do to enhance performance?
It makes a man a better man. A great athlete, a super athlete. Though most of the world is ignorant. It's showtime! It's showtime! Come on. I wish to educate your country.
In great spirits tonight. He's really putting on a show for this capacity crowd.
Shall we have a demonstration?
Please do.
As you can see, the result's quite obvious. Whatever he hits, he destroys.
Are you scared?
Nah.
Yes, you are.
There's this other side that isn't so scared, you know. There's a side that wants to go one more round. Because, you know, like going that one more round, it really makes the difference in your life.
Now you're gonna have to go through hell. Worse than any nightmare that you ever dreamed. But in the end, I know you'll be the one standing. You know what to do. Do it.
Now bust this guy's teeth out.
That's right.
I hope your weekend was pleasant. Glass City and good friends, countrymen, citizenry. Welcome to I guess we call it the next calendar of Black and White Sports. The fastest $1.20 in sports. Welcome. Good year to you. See, I get that everybody else, you guys did a different thing a few weeks back. Has nothing to do with what we're doing around here. I'd like to greet you all and say, hey, hello, hi. Welcome to the fastest $1.20 in sports. It's called Black and White Sports. My name is Andre the Savages. That gentleman you saw a moment ago and will hear momentarily is Josh Burnham. Thank you, however you may be listening, whatever you may be into. We appreciate you making us a part of your situation. You can view it, hear it, various ways. We will certainly make you aware of that throughout the program. But yes, we take off into this is the fourth installment of the 2-hour Monday through Friday situation. Thank you very much, Cumulus Media. My good friends here, so kind and permitting and providing the platform. Glass City, you allow us to rock and roll with you. The appreciation and gratitude has to be evident. Sometimes you could get confused. It turns into something that can be confused with an arrogance play, I think, right? Josh Burnham, what up?
Yo.
It's a new one. What you think, Josh? Say something. Go ahead and say something. Go ahead. You got that was your second roll. That was your second one. You said you wanted a different. The first one, shock value. Okay, you reread. What is it, Josh? Tell me. Go ahead. And if it's whack, say it's whack.
All I have to say is that I gotta learn to trade harder in the wilderness to get my strength up.
Does that mean you approve, or what are we saying?
Oh, I approve. Yeah.
Okay.
It's time for me to get my game up.
We had the open. Listen, for those of you who are not regular participants with us here, we thank you for joining. Josh, you know, we had 11 people. We are unstoppable at this point. We think we could have 12 before it's over. You see what I'm saying?
Wow,
and it's stuff like that. Yeah, it's stuff like that in the open. So we want to thank you. And shout out to our production team at Savvy Television, providing that with the editing there and the condensing and compartmentalization of the Balboa series. He would be proud. I don't think we're getting sued with that, Josh. I think if he gets the collection, I think Sly might say something. He might want our people. Josh, don't you think? He might say, why don't you come and look at doing something alongside?
Yeah, I mean, he might look at it and say, hey, that's a nice little ode to me.
It is, I think it is. I mean, 4 years in, because I didn't know where we were necessarily going. Here, the thing is, Josh, I didn't love, Rocky IV the first time through. You see what I'm saying? See, in 85, I didn't love it, and I had to sit with, the energy I had toward it for many years. And so what people should be advised on is, Sly recut the Rocky IV installment last year, or a couple years ago, actually, a couple years back. But in doing so, totally recalibrated it for me. Has a different play. Does not replace the third, but does take a different place for me. And it was evident right there. We're not able to do that and get that done. I'm not able to help, managerialize what we just saw there without Sly's, his redo. You understand?
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. So there you go. So, that's a universe sort of synergy right there, everybody. So thank you guys and everything. Here we go. We're off. And it's Super Bowl week, everybody. Why we making, sort of a fanfareness to today. If you feel it at all, we hope you feel it. All right. Be advised. Most things have not changed at all. Just like the fact that we are brought to you by the Bellamere Suites, our good friends from Perrysburg and Cumming, Georgia. That's suburban Atlanta. So thank you very much. Please revisit Fun Romance. Call them anytime, 866-499-BELLA. That's 2352. All right. Nationwide, you can do it. People travel in all over really the globe, Josh, if I'm being honest. If we really checked it and look at the guest ledger, which is still private, we can't really be probing into that. But if we were able to see and access, we would see that the guest list is pretty broad and vast.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So if you ever want international travelers or domestic travelers, if
Yeah.
you want to visit Toledo or Atlanta, and you
That's
want a
right.
good place to stay for
Oh,
a night or
my.
two, go to Bellamere.
Adventurous, not your typical stay. Let us advise you. All right. Yes, but certainly incredible nonetheless. Give them a call again. Revisit Fun Romance, 866-499-BELLA. All calls, guests brought to you by, again, the Bellamere Suites Wake Up Call line. And it will be busy today, Josh.
How busy?
All very busy. Because you know how we do it. This week, you know, we doing the special. We're doing the special geezies.
Yeah,
The
because,
special geezies all week.
because there's a particular game that's going
Oh,
on Sunday.
Oh, Lord. Yep, that thing. Something the NFL's putting on. They're doing a presentation. So, yep, that's happening. But all week an ode to that. We've been doing it since we started it, though. It's always kind of been this, since the beginning. But certainly our Monday through Friday situation right from the origin. So we stay with it and we try to stay true to our constituency here. That's you. So thank you for being along now. So we're back at it. 2026 is underway. But yep, today, who is it, Josh? Who's our first man on the line today? None other than the one and only Jordon Strack. You were going to say, go ahead, Josh. You were going to say something.
I was going to give you the trumpet fanfare.
Oh, okay. That's fine. You can still do it. Yep. Thank you. He deserves it. We get that. Jordan, yep. Strack can get that. He can get that. Strack is here today. We'll talk to 5 o'clock, top of the hour, 2. All right. We'll talk to the big dog. Let's see what it is. There's a lot of stuff to say, too, especially even locally. I definitely want to hear from Strack on a few things, man, especially, he's a college basketball guy and this and that,
Mhm.
Wolverines.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not even have to go to all the typical spots with him. So, we haven't, chopped it in a minute. Matter of fact, we haven't chopped it since he hosted the show, Josh, I think. So it's been, it's certainly
been
a
quite
timely.
a while. Yeah.
Yes, timely, absolutely. Let's see. Impress will be through here. I think we got Impress, bottom of the hour. All right, we'll talk to him today. We'll also rock with the quarterback. Ski is here today. This is Ski should be here today. You would think. He'd be
Yeah.
here. And Sandman is here too. Later on, hour number 2. So, like I said, the line should be a buzz today. But we start the conversation about, like you said, Josh. There's a game.
A certain
This
game
week, yeah,
that's for
coming
all
up.
the marbles.
That's right. There's a game coming up. So we prepare for that. We'll be conversating and convoluting all week in an effort to hopefully cash out for the last time NFL rotation. This is it, everybody. This is it.
And this game in particular, you can listen to here on the ticket on Sunday, 100.7.
This is it, JB. This is it, man. Prop bet nations here. This is no time for the fluke dukery. All the flam paskin dorskin gliskin is unacceptable, Josh.
Yeah, thank you, Rose.
Yes, indeed. She would be disgusted if I was pooterific on Sunday. I have no intentions of letting Miss Nyland down. Or the citizenry of St. Olaf.
No.
That's
You
true.
understand me? You see, I'm not, what? You think it's what? Nah, I'm prepared. Let's go.
You're
It's not nothing. I'm not even whimpering. It's not a bit.
You are representing the hopes and dreams of entire Scandinavian American community.
They say so. Better understand it and act like you know. And the Hightower family. And the Hightower spirit of Magellan. I can't mess with the trip. If the anniversary's thrown off, Josh. This is it. They're counting on me. I'm ready, though. I'm ready.
I mean, you're up to the challenge.
You're damn right.
In the spirit of Rocky 4, you're up to the
Man.
challenge.
Try, Josh. We'll try. Let's cut. We're going to come back. We back in here Super Bowl week. All right, man. Jordon Strack is here today. So we're going to talk to the big dog, man. Like I said, and all the usual suspects. All right. So we're ready to rock and roll. You do it with us. Okay. It's the fastest $120, everybody. It's the main thing Monday because we got to keep the main thing the main thing. But it's our year. We have just begun. 2026 in black and white. Thank you for being around year 4 of this.
Join Andre of the Savages weekdays 4 to 6 on Black and White Sports. ESPN 100.7 The Ticket. ESPN 100.7 right now, traffic.
Incident free, no unusual slowdowns at this time on your Monday commute. If you're seeing anything we're not, can call or text. That's your Cumulus Toledo right now traffic.
Are you watching a big sporting event with friends, having a party, or are you just too tired to make dinner? Then you need to call Mama Mary's Pizza, home of the famous 28-inch colossal pizza, equal to 4 large pizzas. Mama Mary's Pizza is authentic New York-style thin crust pizza. The thinner the crust, the better the taste. Get great discounts when you order online at MamaMarysPizza.com. Just go to the menu page and click on the deal section. Located in Holland on Airport Highway across from the big Kroger, Mama Mary's Pizza.
Hello. You want some boiled peanuts? It's a boiled peanut.
Need a personal project manager that is not a family member? Let Dream Green Home Maintenance take the stress out of your home repairs. We specialize in making your projects and ideas come to life. Maintenance and repairs, from roof to basement and everything in between, including small renovations, door adjustments and replacements, baseboards, vinyl, ceramic, and wood flooring. We do it all. Dream Green, located in Holland, has been around for over 20 years. Give us a call, 419-944-3948. Check us out at dreamgreentoledo.com. Dream Green, making your space your favorite place.
I'm 23. I get to do it a whole bunch of times. I'm hurt more so for myself for Mike. I came up short for Mike.
You're listening to Black and White Sports, where there is no gray.
You're stupid for that one. I ain't heard that one in a minute. Yeah. Don't do it like that. Listen. It's a new year around here, people. You might see a few subtle, perhaps notable changes around here, right, Josh? We just started. We just started to crank up. There's meetings, right? We having meetings and things. But thank you guys for rocking and rolling, especially people who've been around here for the entire, really 6 years, but the 4 years we've been doing this Monday through Friday. We certainly appreciate that and the opportunity to be with you guys. And again, Super Bowl week, we definitely trip out annually, so it'll be a fun one. Again, Strack will be through here later on. Harbert tomorrow, Josh. Eric Harbert.
Oh, yeah.
13 ABC. So my big dog, my homeboy, right? He keeps playing basketball too. If I'm not mistaken, I keep trying to get him to stop. And you're going to hear me make jokes about that tomorrow because it's ridiculous that he's the age he is and people are running around on these courts or what have you, but, doing too much. So, yeah, he's through here. DT will be through here too, Josh, later on this week. Deion Thompson will be at BCSN. And I got some, got some stuff up his sleeve. And we work, and there's a couple other things we're going to try to integrate and improv while we're doing it, Josh. So, it's always a fun time here as we begin the next calendar of Black and White Sports. So thank you guys. It's the main thing Monday. Nonetheless, I am Andre. That's Josh that you were hearing. And here he is. Once again, you can see what's going on in studio. So it is a dual hybrid affair, which is weird to talk about it because, it's the only thing we've ever done, Josh. And I know that people do this now because they always say, are you doing a podcast? I'm like, nah. I don't think I am. I guess if you guys say I am, then yeah, but that was never the intent, Josh. You know what I'm saying? I was just, this is what I thought should happen. I didn't.
That you were meant to do radio?
Well, no, just the, the audio visual thing. I guess, because today that's the, everybody does that. But there was never a time I wasn't doing that. So if I were doing what I was doing since, I don't know, about 2007, right?
Right.
And I was doing it just like we're doing it now, Josh, right?
It would blow everyone's mind.
I'm sure. They won't let it, though, right? But the truth of the matter, because you can't erase it. Certainly, right? Because you can't erase nothing else off the internet for sure. There's quite a bit of this example on the internet. So I wonder what that means, but I can't join. So when we say, it's one of the things we say, people, like we said, because we're up to, we know 11, and we think we might have 12 viewers, listeners all together in total. And because of that growth, we thought it'd be important to kind of remind people that it's not a podcast. Okay. 877-909-1007 is how you get in on it. One of the things we should note, Josh, is, at the end of this week on Friday, we'll do the $50 big ball, the boulder. One of my 80s babies. We're going to put a boulder up on Friday. $50 to Mama Mary's, Josh. Yeah. We got that going on too. So you'll have to make sure you're here for that on Friday. We'll move that out of here so that someone can add that to their Super Bowl festivities on Sunday. We hope that will be a significant contribution to what you want to do in case you're entertaining. 877-909-1007 is how you can get in on it when that time comes. But in the meantime, you can hit us up, say things, curse, whatever.
Yeah.
Vulgar. It's all right.
I mean, don't be shy. I mean, if you have something, spit it out.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Text form that is.
It'll definitely redirect things quite often. One of the things that we have to deal with today, Josh, because we're going to roll back over the weekend, we might as well begin that now. Why don't we ring the bell here? All right,
Yes.
as we get ready to cross the bottom of the hour around here. It's Black and White Sports. Thank you guys for rolling, driving 100.7. It's ESPN here in the Glass City. But, yep, we also do a thing regularly around here at the beginning called Ring the Bell. That is brought to you by a gentleman by the name of Anthony Butler. Now, how come that is important? Well, the thing is, we have to let you know that he is the master barber and stylist, ladies.
Want to ring the bell? All right. Ding, ding.
And we continue. It's called Ring the Bell, brought to you by our man, Anthony Butler. He is the master barber and stylist. Ladies, get in touch with him, 419-407-0880. All right? Tuesday certainly is the takeoff. I know he's in motion, 11 to 6, but also be advised. Soon we will have updates on a brand new location. Mr. Butler stepping it up even further. Thank you, too, for all the support. He told me to let you all know. Okay? Now we begin. We're back. Josh, Walleye, weekend. What are we doing? What happened? Fish split with Kalamazoo first up, 5-1 on Friday night. Then they turn around Saturday, 3-2. They go down in defeat. All right? So Sunday, beating Cincinnati was an energy toward the up.
Well, as Meatloaf used to say, 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
No doubt. We have those weekends. You know, a little of this, a little of that. But we have to get, that's what we'll ask Jordan later. We'll give an update, see where we're at. He's getting ready. You know, we're obviously getting to a certain point of the year where things start to become a little more intricate. So we'll see where we're at. All right, what else you got? These guys. I wonder what people are really wanting to say. Does anybody notice how fast this happened, though? The Detroit Piston thing? I mean, we're seeing it, but we're acting like it's not something that you want to discuss a lot. I notice even here, if you're outside of the 313, I know they flapping and clamoring there, but I don't hear a lot of it, Josh. And it's like people don't realize that these guys seem pretty damn serious based on what we've been seeing.
Yeah, and the Nets found that out the hard way.
No doubt, 130-77, your final.
Yeah, Duran led the way with 21 points. Cade Cunningham with 18 points and 12 helpers. And off the benches, Dasnis Jenkins with 18 and Sasser had 10, while Tobias Harris had 11. As for the Brooklyn Nets, their leading scorers were both off the bench, Howell and Thomas, each with 12. That's all she wrote. Thanks you for coming, Brooklyn. See you next time.
See you next time. And next, ring the bell. We move to, I like that on the pause too, Josh. You out of control today. You going off. And then you flipping right here. Okay, you gonna make me lose focus. It's gonna start getting jittery, especially with these damn Cavs. Wackasell 131-11. Man, the Cavs, somebody need a reverend because they turn around all of a sudden. Flip the script like they pushed the button. Then here we are on streak. I talk to Andy every damn week, and he always wants to speak about something that don't seem unique, but you can tell the street that now we out here. It's weak. What? This win last night because Portland ain't never been nothing like hype. How about that? See, Josh, see what you did?
Yeah, I'm the blame for it. I have to let out your inner talents, and this is what happens.
Woo! It's Super Bowl week, Josh. What happened? What's the figure?
Well, Jared Allen had a big night, 40 points on 16 of 23 shooting. Sam Merrill had 22, and Jalen Tyson had 18, while the Trailblazers were led by off the bench Caleb Love with 21, and Shaden Sharp, your starters, with 20, but They were no match for the Cavalier machine as they try to get things back on track at 30-21 with a convincing win out in the Pacific Northwest.
No, the Cavs have been looking good, though. We'll say that. But like I said, everybody, it's just like the conversation really doesn't change. It's an untrustworthy situation, though. But right now, we're gonna love it and we're gonna flow with it because it seems like, again, especially like with young Tyson and some of these guys, man, and like you said, Josh, that again, we're getting a contributory situation here that could be good. I just wonder if Donovan Mitchell will allow the thing to bubble in trust. Because again, it looks good, it seems cool when it's happening in these months. But see, when those playoff series get popping off, that is the real detector to see if there's a team deterrent when he's over volumizing, because there's no trust. That's all I'm saying. Josh, you know what I mean? Just keep your eye on it. It's cool. But if you let the young dogs do something, but Jared Allen, these boys been there all along too. And it's not, but okay.
Yeah, the pressure's on Donovan now because his teammates have said he now runs Cleveland.
And that, well, with all of that, but team leadership. So with that said, it doesn't mean 45 points doesn't necessarily get us victories. There could be moments where a 45 point might be required, and that's okay. But that's not the regular formula. So we just say, be careful. Sorry, overdue on Cleveland. Too much time. Next.
Oh, that's it.
Okay, cool. And that is Ring the Bell, brought to you by Anthony Butler. He is the master barber and stylist. Ladies, don't forget that. And don't forget him. If you guys are switching up, wanting to do something else, I'm sorry, Josh. I'll put the Portland back up there. I didn't mean to do that. But nonetheless, if you're new to town, perhaps, any of that. Or, again, if you got people and they are here visiting and you are not here and you hearing this from somewhere else, but you know what the Glass City does, tell them to call our guy. He is Anthony Butler. He is the master barber and stylist. Ladies, 407-0880. That's in the 419 area code, like us, all right? And you. It's Black and White Sports. We will come back. It's a Monday. It's the main thing Monday. It's Super Bowl week. Jordon Strack at the top of the hour, all right? Yep. A big game or something they say is going off soon.
The takes are cold. The delivery is savage. Black and White Sports on ESPN 100.7 The Ticket. ESPN 100.7 right now, traffic.
Incident free, no unusual slowdowns at this time on your Monday commute. If you're seeing anything we're not, can call or text. That's your Cumulus Toledo right now traffic.
This report is sponsored by Discover. Guess what? Discover's accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. You heard right, 99%. If you don't think so, maybe it's time to face facts. You're stuck in the past. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report, learn more at discover.com/credit card.
Are you watching a big sporting event with friends, having a party, or are you just too tired to make dinner? Then you need to call Mama Mary's Pizza, home of the famous 28-inch colossal pizza, equal to 4 large pizzas. Mama Mary's Pizza is authentic New York-style thin crust pizza. The thinner the crust, the better the taste. Get great discounts when you order online at MamaMarysPizza.com. Just go to the menu page and click on the deal section. Located in Holland on Airport Highway across from the Big Kroger, Mama Mary's Pizza.
In a season packed with highlights, only the best rise into legend. NFL Honors, live from the Palace of Fine Arts in San Francisco with host John Hamm. Unforgettable plays, undeniable stars. With the NFL's most prestigious awards on the line. NFL Honors, presented by Invisalign. Thursday, February 5th at 9 p.m. Eastern on NBC, NFL Network, and stream on Peacock and NFL Plus. Sponsored by the NFL.
forget permanent jewelry starting at just $50. Northwood Jewelers will be open from 10 until 3 on Valentine's Day. 4612 Woodville Road. Northwood Jewelers. Service before, during, and after the sale.
78% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. Even high earners, over 60%, have under $1,000 saved. But a new money move is making way. Welcome to the 24K Life, created by financial performance coach Derek Gant. The 24K Life is where high achievers master their money, sharpen their mindset, building unshakable confidence and wealth. If you're done with the survival mind and are ready to thrive, visit 24klife.org. The 24K Life. Be your best. Get the best. Leave nothing to chance.
Black and white sports.
The reason why a lot of drug dealers nowadays are killing their clientele by putting too much fentanyl, these drug dealers nowadays weren't good in school. Okay? They failed in chemistry class. They did bad in math class. They flunkies and they're losers who has reverted to selling drugs. Back in the day, in the 90s, drug dealers were intelligent. They were smart. They were businessmen. They were calculating. They knew science. They knew math. These drug dealers nowadays is damn near special needs. And they out here putting a little fentanyl and they put too much because they don't know that chemistry and they don't know how to cook. You know, you got to have certain skills to be a drug dealer. Unless you just a third party person just taking it from somebody else. But if you're going to be cutting, mixing that crack or those drugs, you got to be a scientist. That's why Breaking Bad was such a good show. Yeah. That man was a scientist. He knew how to make stuff because it was skills involved. These new drug dealers don't have no skills. They dusty, they dirty. Y'all buying drugs from men that don't even brush their teeth. If you won't brush your teeth and don't have good hygiene, I'm not buying no drugs from you, sir. Because I know you ain't wash your hands. And if you didn't wash your hands, you got fentanyl on your hands from the last thing, and now it's too much, and now I'm dead.
Girl, they are dumb.
New drug dealers are dumb.
You're listening to Black and White Sports, where there is no gray.
We do not advocate the distribution of any illegal narcotics or otherwise, or substances. Welcome back to Black and White Sports. It is Super Bowl week. It's going off. Hey, my name is Andre of the Savages. That's a noteworthy part of it. We're here daily until 6 p.m. Yep, 4 to 6, Monday through Friday, after Denny Radio. Now, you didn't hear the boys today. Get my neighbors, get my brothers today. I think the Denzerini is traveling, right, Josh? He's been on a Florida sabbatical. He's been running from the law. We ran an investigation. He's lying about a condo. He was running from the feds.
Yeah.
We caught his ass.
He's trying to get out of the frozen tundra of Atlanta.
Yeah. No, he was on the Scandal. It's a cover, Josh. You have to watch, some of these polished people, they got the Clintons. Got the Clintons, Josh.
Always
Russ, Josh. They got Russ. It's sports. We can say Russ is on the Epstein, Josh.
Oh, Juan Epstein's list?
No. I guess was there an alias Juan? I don't know. One real noteworthy Epstein.
I think I saw a bit of I think I saw a little bit of paper there. It says something like, "Please excuse Denny Schaefer for being implicated." He was trying to get.
Oh yeah, we didn't say he was in the. No, we don't want to. Don't cross it up, God. I just caught what you're doing.
And it's signed Epstein's mother.
Yeah, I meant Russell Wilson.
And Russell Wilson too.
Russell Wilson is who I meant to say. Do not get Denny, Josh. This is your boy. You know what he does. It had nothing to do with me. I did not make this because people's subconscious minds and get weird, they get twisted. No. We didn't say any of that. We did say Russell Wilson, though, is in the report, though. Did you know that, Josh? Check it if you think I'm kidding.
Part of me is like, I'm not surprised, but.
Well, it's a lot of stuff going on here that is the result of some of this, is what I'm getting. I need to really kick back, and it looks like you need to get a cup of coffee and kick your feet up with this thing.
Yeah, it's a type of stuff that you don't want to read to your kids. Unless you want to give them a scared straight lesson.
877-909-1007. It's Black and White Sports. It's Super Bowl week, everyone. Yep, it's going to be a big game. Patriots, Seahawks. Again, like this is what, 11 years later? It was Super Bowl 49 the last time. Well, and it feels fresh. Why does it feel so fresh, Josh? Is it only me that it feels like it happened?
Yeah,
And maybe it's today's
it
age
just
of video.
feels like yesterday. I mean, I get what you're saying now. I mean, it doesn't feel like 11 years ago. It just happened today.
Yeah, it's something. It seems like we just had it happen because perhaps it is the stain of the way that event contest is infamously recalled, and anytime it is discussed, it's always in a context or framework that is one of, disbelief. How could that have been? Boy, it should have been this other thing. And you know what, Josh? Let me say this. I feel confident saying this with no apprehension. It could singularly be that game, that Super Bowl 49 game. And of course, the notorious conclusion of that game, or certainly most important final play of that game. The most egregious and horrific example of what we've been talking about to you for the better part of our existence, or at least certainly half of it, when I realized, you know what I should talk about on the show? I should take the angle of how the gambling con is run and an assault against my own kind in the media who don't do it well. That's kind of my thing. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of I look for, there's a critique, because nobody ever critiques the media on what we do. You see what I'm saying? Because we're always looking to get the truth of this and tell somebody they're that, and you are whack and you effed up and we got you. Spotlight. Woo, caught you. Right. But nobody ever says when we're doing our job insufficiently, there's no whistle there. Well, yes, there is. Hi, my name is Andre of the Savages. So thank you. That's what's happening. It's the main thing Monday. It's Black and White Sports. It's a Super Bowl getting ready to pop off. Later on here, top of the hour here shortly, we'll talk to our man Jordon Strack. We like that. He's the big dog around here. You guys like him. So we figured, hey, let's see if Jordan wants to hang out. No, but we really hadn't talked to Jay since he really, he sat in for me. I was able to get away, Josh, briefly. Remember, I left, and that's the only time I got sick. I go into the world. I go out here. There's 200,000 people I'm exposed to in literally less than 72 hours, and it jammed me up. I'm not doing it anymore. That's what I'm saying. I don't like to even get into it, Josh, at all.
Well, at least avoid that part of the country.
Perhaps no disrespect to my Texas comrades, because we do have people checking us out, Josh. Because I meet people when we move around, and then I tell them, I say, well, hey, I do a little radio show back in Ohio, and I tell it, and then they check it. They say, well, how can we get it? We can plug it. Yeah, get online with whatever you want to do. And so we on Facebook, all that. What? Yeah. Some of our interesting friends too, Josh. You know, Josh, I got a couple of different sets of friends.
Oh, really?
I got like vanilla friends and then other friends. There's different styles. I'm just saying, different styles. Different.
It's like
worlds.
It's like a mosaic of friends.
Yeah, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm a bridger, a community builder, is what they call it. Josh, business and everything. That's what we do. We try to collect. We start from scratch. We put it together. We bring a loving time, Josh. That's what we're about. That's what it is. And I said, this is the time. 26 will be the best investment, Josh, is to do what? Invest in the inner spirit of self and only resonate of loving times. You see? Can you get with this?
Oh, yeah, I definitely can.
Thank you. That's all it is. It's black and white right here. You didn't know the conversion. It wasn't really, it's a building. Go back and trace it. If you've been here for the whole 4, because again, it's 2 different lives. It's like a George Lucas book, Josh. And you know that.
Oh, yeah.
It is. Think about black and white, because it's a prequel. You know what I'm saying? Because they would tell it. This would be like, we in Jedi mode now.
Yeah, what about when George Lucas tries to do a remake of the original?
Cataclysmic. That's all I'm saying. But in this case, we being like the Lucases, Josh, it's like a George Lucas, and I'm trying to think, who would you kind of be like in the framework? What if we was like, are we like C3PO and R2? Would that be us?
And there's a part of us that might think like Chewbacca and Han Solo.
More accurate. There it is. Right now, because you see it right now. Hold on. Let's look at it. Right now, you're right, Josh. Let's look. Matter of fact, give us a little closer look at it. You're right. Look at it. Josh, I know you probably can do the song. Can you do the song?
Yeah, let me try.
Go ahead. Every day he's here. He's Josh Burnham. Black and white sports. Thank you. We haven't said a damn thing about nothing in nothing sport, and we have been on for an hour. That is exactly what can happen here. So there were okay, before we get to the second hour, that's when the thing will start. That's when you have to let the people, the real people that's here, because people that's just in here for the flim flam, Josh, it runs them away. Because you buy five, see, if you know what it is, that's when it gets sizzling at 5 o'clock if you listen to Black and White. But you got to be into it. See, you can't, that's how we get out the faking late. You see?
Yeah, that's where the grease hits the pan.
That's how you do it. It's by 5, that's when it's cookerini is at 5. So it's not even 40. See, because people will dip in, act like they with you. Oh, I heard it. I listened. No, you didn't. What happened after 5? I don't know. I know you did. See, so this is how we do. So there you go. Strike at 5. We're gonna get busy. But until then, let's wrap this up with the weekend, Josh. Can I go back? Let me do that. Because a few items, because we don't want to live in the past. We don't want to spend too much time in the past. That's how we walked up on it. It's more like a tease, if you will. So this is the thing. This weekend, we certainly have to go back to the fight on Saturday. Can I go there? That's probably a good place to do this. As we wrap up hour number 1, thank you guys for hanging with us. It's called Black and White Sports. That gentleman you were hearing, that's Josh Burnham, my good friend there. He's always manning controls around here. We are in the studios on a glorious Monday, right, as we get set for the Super Bowl. And it's a little bit gloomy, though. I'm lying. I didn't want to say glorious because it's kind of chilly. It's not necessarily glorious. You can't walk around outside. You don't even want to get out and pump gas. It's that damn cold. So that's not really glorious. But it is Monday, nonetheless. And it's Super Bowl week. So here you are. And this is what we're doing. My name is Andre of the Savages. Now, over the weekend, there was a boxing contest. It was pretty... I guess it could have been important. It had potential. I am now embarrassed because I told a close comrade of mine, because he did text me about it. What's up with the kind of, maybe the mishandling is what I ended up telling him. It was the mishandling of the promotion of this. But I guess now the truth of the matter is, Josh, that the promoters must have known it was a damn sham. And only a vehicle at this point, I realize, and I know I got a strong boxing contingent that kind of checks in, and I bet you they would concur. It was essentially a well-crafted, a publicity stunt for our brother Stevenson here. Shakur Stevenson, I said Shadur. It's important to say this because, unfortunately, this young man could be, I keep trying to tread lightly before I say he might be the most talented and maybe most lethal talent out there in the sport. And a lot of people wouldn't realize it, because a lot of people don't have a favorable impression on boxing anyway. And a lot of people kind of don't care. But for those who are kind of in the trenches of the sport, and more than the casual individual, Josh, right? Most people know this kid. This kid is to say the least, ultra talented, yada, yada. And I think before saying that, certainly doesn't need to be said here on Black and White. But nonetheless, him dominating this young man, Lopez, who is a talented fighter in his own right, but I wasn't sure what to make of this guy at this point. For those of you who know Teofimo Lopez, there have been ups and downs of sort of enigmatic pathways, I guess is a way to describe that, Mr. Burnham and my friends who could be listening, all 12 of you. So it wasn't really a threat to Stevenson. And I think that obviously, that's evident at this point because of the result of the fight. But it certainly could have been promoted better. I think it got, the eyes and ears, at least a few people curious about this kid. So, for that, I guess it worked out, but it didn't really do anything, Josh, for his competitive elevation. Does that make sense? Like that victory, I would say.
Yeah. I mean, judging from the picture I got up there, looks like he's taking one.
Yeah.
Kind of like a cartoon, like what you see in one of those slow-mo cartoons, which when
I got. Yeah, well, you got it. Josh is in here doing like visual gestures. Everybody like punching his cheek, but you got to remember, Josh. Remember, they can't see us, and they can see us, but they can't. So, but he's right though. What he's trying to say, people, the dude is looking crazy because the contact was constant throughout the fight. Lopez dominated. Stevenson made it known that yes, you might want to check out what's going over here with this camp in terms of a lot of the attention that he doesn't get. Maybe this will change now, and I would like to see who's next on the list. Very curious at this point because I'm just interested to see who can actually provide some suspense for this young man. Because Josh, when I tell you, hey man, he's as electric as they come and smooth and as about as arrogant and competitively forceful as you want to see them. And they don't want to, they don't even want to do it. What I should say before we get out of here in this first hour, everybody, is Lopez should be commended for taking the fight.
Oh, yeah.
Because at no point he must have known his ass was as good as beat up with this. You had to know it because the fighters know. The cats that do that, they know what it is. You know what I'm saying? And some of them just have the heart to go ahead and get in there and see, how it can turn out. But typically they know when there's a guy or whatever, or even the ladies, just like that thing, that Clarissa Shields thing. That's a whole nother. There's not going to be any. Stop this Layla Ali talk. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get on that because that wasn't about that. But please stop and stop believing that. Layla Ali is not crazy like that. Trust me, please. Sorry. All right. Can I say the last thing too in terms of the boxing thing, the other fight, Josh?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
What's my man's name? My man Toupe J. What's going on here?
Gerald Miller.
But you know what? You know why Gerald Miller is incredible to the black community here? The white community is stunned. They just took the chuckle and the laughter of it. The white family, they saw it and we got it on all the shows. But nope. The black community enjoyed the fact that you was hit hard enough to jar it loose, because you must have went in there with it on sturdy. You thought you was fresh from that's the kind of thing I guess the Butler could do. Thank God he doesn't have to do it. We don't have this many delusional guys in the town. We're close. We're damn close. And you boys know this. But look, it's too much in life to let it get this far, knowing you would never come close. And this is that individual, ladies and gentlemen. He now is the poster man for all life. And I don't know that there's anything there with that, because again, it's only funny essentially to the white community.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's funny to the black community, but not for the same reasons, because it's just hilarious that he went with that for that in that situation too, knowing that a fight could take a left turn at any point. Josh, you do a move like this when you are solid on the turn of events with your night. You understand? You can't have any crosshairs and variables that are too much. I mean, again, it just defeats the purpose of doing it. It's about appearances, and the exposure is now.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna like cover up your bald spot, I mean, couldn't you just get one of those hair in a can sprays?
Well, they do that, but see, Josh, it's that would have been running and would have been messy. It would have been on the gloves. That would have been black paint. It would have been on the gloves. See, and it would have been then it gets to someone's eyes. Right. This irritant. There's chemicals. You see.
And that would be more unwanted attention for boxing. as if it needs any more of that.
Yeah, and it would go along the line. See, Johnson would go in the place with the ears and all of that. I know Strack doesn't even want to be on it now when he sees this stuff. He hears this, man. Go talk to my guy in a minute, man. Jordon Strack, hour number 2. It's Super Bowl week. We're actually going to do it. We're going to start it right here, all right? It's the fastest $1.20 in sports. We call it Black and White Sports. Also, too, in this break, we're not NFL this week, right, Josh? We're Ohio State.
This month. It's
all month.
Ohio State Impact Reports. This is the season for recruiting.
Okay, 5 p.m. we will do that, and we will be back at you at about 5:05. So please sit tight, man. We'll talk to the big dog in a minute. A lot to do. We got a lot of mo. It's the main thing. Monday, Super Bowl week. Our new year, 26, Black and White. Let's roll. 78% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck, but you don't have to. The 24K Life created by financial performance coach Derek Gant, giving you high achievers the system to master money, mindset, and success. Are you ready to rise? Visit 24klife.org. Live 24K.
His store and more, the Man Superstore Studios. This is 100.7 WQQO HD2 Sylvania, Toledo, a Cumulus media station. Ohio State football. Impact Report.
In trying to add both to the transfer portal and high school recruiting, Ohio State has had it around 20 transfers from different schools, as well as more than 30 incoming high school recruits. General Manager Mark Pantoni talks about the philosophy they've implemented in reloading for 2026.
There's one portal window now, so we have to be right. We don't have a chance to fix it in the spring. And so we don't want to be caught short-handed. So for some reason, if we have guys who decide to leave for the NFL or who want to go chance to play somewhere else with more playing time, we can't be caught short at the position. We're going to overextend, I think, a little bit in the high school world and, again, develop these guys rather than try to go into the portal and make a bunch of – you never want to really have to take a portal guy to be a backup unless, you just have major issues. So hopefully we can avoid that and just, take guys that we feel are impact guys.
This report brought to you by Safe Flat Auto Glass. This is Paul Keels on the Ohio State Sports Network from Learfield.
Hi, I'm Archie Griffin, 2-time Heisman Trophy winner. The right coverage can be a game changer both on and off the court. That's why Encova Insurance and their local independent agents are prepared for what's next and protect what matters most to you. Whether that's your home, car, business, or family, Encova's got your back with a policy that fits you perfectly. With local independent agents in your neighborhood and innovative insurance products that can be tailored to fit your unique needs, Encova's playbook is an easy win for your peace of mind. Basketball is full of challenging shots, and life can be too. With Encova, you don't have to do it alone. Your expert agent will guide you and provide insurance solutions so you can confidently manage your risk and count on a financially secure future. For auto, home, and business insurance, you want Encova on your team. Visit Encova.com today to find an agent near you. Encova is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Go Bucks!
Ohio State football. Impact Report.
In loading the roster up for 2026, Ohio State has added a group of linebackers, Christian Allegro from Wisconsin, as well as Nate Riegel from Ohio University by way of the transfer portal, and incoming high schoolers Sincere Johnson out of Cleveland, Glenville, and Niall Diggs Jr. from Charlotte, North Carolina. A lot of that has to do with the recruiting prowess of linebackers coach James Laurinaitis, who gets praise from head coach Ryan Day.
He's really, in a short period of time, turned into a really good coach in a lot of different ways. And recruiting is a big part of it. He recognizes the guys that he wants. He goes and gets them. He's honest with them. It's not Disneyland recruiting. I think he's straight with them. They know what they're going to get when they get here, and he treats them like they're going to be like he was during recruiting. That's just the way he handles his business. And certainly, he's a Buckeye that we all can be proud of.
And he'll be entered into the College Football Hall of Fame later this year. This report brought to you by Safe Flat Auto Glass and the Ohio State Sports Network from Learfield.
When sports need a voice that doesn't play games, it's Andre of the Savages on Black and White Sports, 100.7 The Ticket.
Are you 50 or older?
All new Joseph's Beverage Center, Toledo's premier beverage center. Get the perfect wine for any occasion. Joseph's has 10,000 labels from around the world. Can't find what you're looking for? Let our experts find the perfect fit. Is beer your drink of choice? Enjoy the area's largest selection of domestic, import, and microbrews. You'll always find something new. With our new humidor, you'll find the right cigar to truly celebrate that special moment with your friends. It doesn't matter where you take the party. The party starts at the all-new Joseph's Beverage Center.
Progressive could save hundreds.
Nice. With my new savings, I'll get some hiking gear. It'll be great for my outdoor era.
I don't know if it counts as an era if you just buy stuff.
I got a cute hiking backpack. It's an outdoor era.
Well, you only bought one thing. I don't think it's an era.
Well, I think we're in a agree to disagree era.
Yeah, sure, you're probably right. Anyway, with the money you could save by switching to Progressive, you can afford to switch to other things in life. It's
my savings era.
Also, everything you do is not an era.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Hi, I'm Jeff Mann.
Hi, I'm Abigail Mann.
And we are Jeffrey Mann Fine Jewelers. There's a reason why Jeffrey Mann Fine Jewelers sells more engagement rings than anyone in the area.
Well, Dad, over the last 40 years, couples have trusted you to help them pick out their engagement rings.
There's another reason, Abigail, why we sell so many engagement rings. You are a graduate gemologist bringing a level of expertise to our customers that they can't get anywhere else.
I know that you've been looking on Pinterest or Instagram to pick out your dream engagement ring.
If you're looking for something really unique, check out our collection of man-made color diamonds. In my 40 years, I have never seen anything like it.
Stop in and see me at Jeffrey Mann Fine Jewelers. Man-made diamonds are 100% real diamonds.
And they're exclusively sold at Jeffrey Mann Fine Jewelers.
Searching for the best place to get both classic and creative pizzas from a spot-biting inflation? Visit Pizza Cat on either Monroe Street or McCord. No price increase in 3 years, so build your pizza as weird as you want while earning perks at pizzacat.com. Pizza Cat. Keep pizza weird.
No cats have ever been harmed in the making of this pizza.
I know you're kind of busy just now, but I want to tell you some things I never told you. I know sometimes I act stupid and I say stupid things, but you kept me around, and other people would have said, drop that bum. You give me respect. You know, it's hard for me to say these kind of things because that ain't my way. But if I could just unzip myself and step out and be someone else, I want to be you. You're real hot.
If the papers knew we were talking like this, they'd think it was crazy. Why you?
Because I'm the best and you need somebody to teach you different. You may not understand what I'm talking about now. I can appreciate that, but you will when it's over. Believe me. You will when it's over.
You think I don't have any more?
You got nothing more to prove, do you?
Look, man, this is the opportunity of a lifetime.
I got a lot of more. Come on. Here we go again.
And we wish to show the American press a small portion of the advances.
What does all this do to enhance performance? It makes a man a better man. A great athlete, a super athlete. Though most of the world is ignorant. It's showtime! It's showtime! Come on. You wish to educate your country.
In great spirits tonight. He's really putting on a show for this capacity crowd.
Shall we have a demonstration?
Please do.
As you can see, the result's quite obvious. Whatever he hits, he destroys.
Are you scared?
Nah.
Yes, you are.
There's this other side that isn't so scared, you know. There's a side that like wants to go one more round. Because, you know, like going that one more round, it really makes the difference in your life.
Now you're gonna have to go through hell. Worse than any nightmare that you ever dreamed. But in the end, I know you'll be the one standing. You know what to do. Do it.
Now bust this guy's teeth out.
That's right.
However you may be listening, whatever you may be into, we appreciate you making us a part of your situation. It's called the fastest $1.20 in sports, but known as Black and White Sports. We thank you one and all for being with us on this day and every day as we embark upon our new calendar around here. It is Super Bowl week 2026. Super Bowl 60 is on deck for the the latter part of the weekend. So we are a few days away from that. So we hope that we get it started off in the appropriate conversational tone. We will attempt to do that here shortly. Coming up, our guest today, none other than the one and only Mr. Jordon Strack, will be on the scene in a minute. But right now, it's the Mama Mary's Mozzarella Minutes. We must acknowledge Mr. Burnham. Damn it. Go see my friends too, people. Listen, don't forget also Friday, the $50 gift card. We're moving that. Mama Mary's Frank is intent on being a part of your Super Bowl situation and whatever event you might be putting together. If it's private, if it's public, whatever we're doing, let Mama Mary's get in on it. And we will come up with viable means to win this on Friday. So you have to stay tuned in for updates about that. But it is coming. Also, tomorrow, our man Eric Harbert will be here, 213 ABC. You know him from the 9. All right, so we got a crazy week going on. But right now, we got to get back to it and handle business accordingly, as I mentioned. Just glad he wanted to come on, Josh, because you was kind of tripping in the beginning earlier. You took me to some zones, man.
Yeah, we all have people like that.
Yeah, right. I got my guy here daily. That's Josh Burnham, everybody. All right. But, yeah, he is the one and only, as all guests are brought to you by the Bellamere Suites Wake Up Call line. Don't forget to visit them in Perrysburg, Ohio. Everybody revisit Fun Romance. We're going to revisit our conversation with our man here. I haven't talked to you, man, since you were kind enough to step in, man. Thank you for the time and everything else that you always do, my brother. Mr. Jordon Strack in the building. Super Bowl week to start it off. Thank you very much, man, for helping me save face today.
Absolutely, Sav. I got you. I had fun the day that you let me fill in. And I'm just glad you still let me come back on the program after all that.
Oh, man, stop it, man. You upgraded us. Are you kidding? I was like, man, maybe I could get him. I could pass it off. Let me see if I can trick him and run away and don't show up. See if he'll show back up. So, no, man, it was certainly appreciated. Everybody you had on, too, man. I meant to tell you, thank all those guys, coach, and everybody. Then, again, we obviously have some changes around here even since then, right?
Yeah.
And just so many things going on as we get ready to rock into this whole thing, man. And we will talk a little Super Bowl here in a moment. But before I do that, let me do this. And I didn't think I was going to talk to you about this today. I know I gave you a few things, man. We spoke before the show. But let me get your early impressions, man. I was getting ready to share this thing about Paul George, man, and the 25 games, the PED situation and the suspension for, the anti-drug violation, as it were. Let me quote it correctly. But the league's anti-drug program, okay, and this was over the weekend. So a significant, I certainly have to imagine, statement that is being made here. And we don't hear a lot of this, though. We think about the NBA. We understand that it's in the air. But certainly not as parallel like in some other professional lanes. But here, what do you make of this, and maybe how much should be made of this?
So, a guy like Paul George, who's at the tail end of his career, you never know. And I think he came out and said something along the lines of he took something that he thought was for his mental health. I want to take a guy like that who hasn't gotten into any trouble at face value and believe him and all those things. But it's like, at the end of the day, these guys know everything they're putting into their bodies. Like, right. That's just the bottom line. They all do. And they take it very seriously. And you have to be so careful because you just don't know. And a guy like this, who's at the tail end of his career, you start thinking, all right, maybe he was trying to, stay up to speed with some of the young bucks. And
Sure.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure, of course. And I don't want to roast a guy for something that, maybe he's being truthful. Maybe he did take something that he didn't mean to take.
Yeah. And see, but it's always tough because, like we said, we get this in different lanes. We've heard about it in international competition and certainly accessible with all of this. I guess for me, I always wonder, how much I need to make of it in terms of what are these people actually getting? Even if you have this violation, let's say your intent is diabolical. The place that most people don't want to go. And that's really what the conversation revolves around, because that's what we're still saying, or we imply you cheated. Matter of fact, and I know you may certainly be aware of this, but a young lady from here, we all know Alicia Baumgartner, Fremont, Ohio, and she has certainly made her claim to fame very significant in the world of boxing and women's boxing, women's athletics. And she has had to, go through an experience over the last couple of years in trying to, again, fight for her honor in this regard, and claiming, again, I am not guilty of any violations. Yet once the public stain is there, or here we have Paul George, or like we said, anybody internationally, I guess, what exactly are athletes really getting in the way of advantage? I've never been able to ascertain that, since we've been talking about it from the days of the baseball scandals and all of this. I've never seen something where the people weren't performing the act still in the standard mode. You see what I'm saying? I get recovery, all that, but
so and it's sad. I mean, you and I both know, like, and listen, as you get older, like it gets harder every single day to bounce back. And I think that's I don't want to speculate, but like I'm gonna guess and say that's probably what it was. Like, these young guys, they can bounce back real quick. When you're Paul George and you're in your mid-30s,
right?
Every single night, you're trying to go out and play. Like, recovery gets harder. You're spending more time in the trainer's room after games. You're getting treatment more often. All those things. Like yeah, these dudes, they don't want to have to lose a step. Like, that's just how it is. And I'm not defending him in any way. I'm just saying,
no, that's just the truth of it. You know what I'm saying? That's the practicality. We all should understand. I guess I don't think it should be. We shouldn't vilify individuals in this space like we do. But since we do, and we call it fraudulent, then it should apply across all boards. You see what I'm saying? And that's where it starts to get a little conspicuous. And all right, but nonetheless, they want to necessarily stay there too long. But again, guys like yourself, man, and just some of the energy attached to that. I'm curious, you know what I mean? Because I think everybody takes that a little different, but depending on how you apply it, it always is associated with, again, a discredit.
Yeah.
So, but we're going to keep that in mind, Jordan. That was some of my SBI stuff. It was a lawyer play for later. Because I got a cat I've been watching. I don't know. He's playing. I don't know. This dude I know is still playing. I wouldn't be nowhere near damn getting on a court. No kind of way. But I know some people were just playing, and they keep playing. And you talk about recovery. I guess I get it. Now you could probably, I don't know. But nonetheless, how about some football items around here, sir? A few things here locally, man. I was curious your thoughts. With all of the happenings, man, if I could jump back to Cleveland real quick. And, we had a few conversations around here last week, in a few different avenues, I guess, with the Browns. It certainly has been eventful all year, to say the least. I guess, what do you make of the Haslams, Jordan, in the sense that, to me, when I step back, be it Shedeur, be it, because I'm going to ask you too about coaching decision and maybe some of the transitions we're making, et cetera. But it never really feels, and we make the jokes, Browning, and this and that, but it doesn't feel like the Haslam, like we're trying to really win, and we're not working in a mental space that's conducive with, we really, really are trying to devote and give the fans something they really could actually maybe be proud of. Why doesn't it feel like that amidst all the chaos and everything else, even where we sit right now?
So I think there's obviously some built-in dysfunction in the Browns organization, and the Haslams can't get out of their own way. So, you even look at like the Haslams own, part of the Milwaukee Bucks, and their superstar wants out. It feels like dysfunction follows them. And, was Todd Monken their first choice? They're saying he is, and there's no damn chance. Sad. Like, there's no chance that Todd Monken was their first choice. Right. And that's like the narrative that they're trying to spin right now. And they want to say that he's the guy. He's not. I promise you he's not. Does that mean that he's going to be terrible? No, it doesn't mean he's going to be terrible. But do I think he's going to be good? No, and I don't think it's going to be any fault of his own. I think they continue to handcuff everybody that they put into that position. Is this an upgrade from Kevin Stefanski? No. It's not, in my opinion. It's not. If you were going to fire Kevin Stefanski, it had to be because you had somebody in mind. It had to be because you had somebody ready to go. And we saw throughout their coaching search that it just felt like every single turn and every single guy that they were, interested in eventually fell out of favor with them for one reason or another.
Right.
I just don't know what there is to be excited about if you're a Browns fan. It's hard. And, Browns fans have been through so much, and it feels like they just continue to get dirt thrown in their face. It feels like they continue to have to fight an uphill battle to relevance. And, the frustrating thing, I think, to me, if you're a Browns fan, is watching a team like the Patriots who are going to be in the Super Bowl. The Patriots went from the highest of highs. They then completely retooled. They lost a Hall of Fame quarterback. They lost a Hall of Fame, soon to be Hall of Fame head coach.
Right.
And they went out. They bring in Mike Vrabel, who, by the way, Mike Vrabel was in the Browns building on their staff last year.
Yes, sir.
You could have had him last year. If that was what you were, looking at, then hire him. So, and then you watch the Patriots completely rebuild everything again before the Browns could even get relevant once. That, to me, has to be the most frustrating part, is that you're watching other teams. You're watching Jacksonville. Jacksonville was as dysfunctional and terrible as it gets. They were in the playoffs, terrible, and now they're back again. When you watch other organizations flip this thing and figure it out time after time, and the Browns can't figure it out not once.
Right.
That's frustrating, beyond frustrating if you're a Browns fan.
Talking to Jordon Strack here, everybody. All right, brought to you by Renewal by Anderson, everybody. Okay, window and door replacement, Northwest Ohio. You know all about that. Okay, Jordon is actually the community engagement ambassador, and we see why. You see what I'm saying? He's versatile. The boy is cold. But again, Jordon, I guess before I spin off of these damn Browns, man, what do you make of the situation? I guess would you have liked to have seen Schwartz for everything you said, and like you said, I pointed that out to everybody too. We have Vrabel in the damn camp, running around, doing drills and doing things, contributing to this, and we still somehow watch this man go succeed in and out of here. How much should be made maybe of that and not making that decision? I get it, water under the bridge, but in the sense of what you just got done saying, man, and the hopelessness that kind of comes with it, and maybe is there any in the kid? You know what I mean? Or do you think it'll be a Shedeur thing, or will we be back where we started here in the summer?
So, one, I don't think Shedeur's the guy. I think Shedeur is absolutely serviceable. I think on a different team, Shedeur could succeed. It's never gonna be a thing in Cleveland. It just is what it is. It's not. I don't think it's going to be. I think the reason that Mike Vrabel is having success is because things were set up pretty well around him. They had a good plan in free agency last year. They hit on the quarterback, and that's the most important part. Drake May is really, really good. Yeah. He struggled a little bit last couple of weeks. I don't think he's been great, but he's been good. He's been very good all year. That's the most important part. I mean, look around football at who has success. The teams that have success generally hit on the quarterback, and the Browns have never done it. It doesn't matter who they bring in, what they do, they haven't hit on it, haven't figured it out, and for whatever reason, they just can't. So would Mike Vrabel have had success in Cleveland this year? Not like he did in New England. No, he wouldn't have.
Right.
There other things were set up. The infrastructure was set up around that. Would Jim Schwartz work out better than Todd Monken? I don't know. I don't think so. Honestly, I've seen Jim Schwartz as a head coach. We know what he is. I said on another program, like, some people are just built to be coordinators. Right. And that's okay. Like, there are some people that are just built better as coordinators. Steve Spagnuolo, not a great head coach, but he's a terrific coordinator. Right. There are just guys that are, and that's okay. I think, I think a guy like Todd Monken coming in at 60 years old, who's barely been a head coach, he's had some success elsewhere. The one thing, and I thought this was an interesting point, one of my friends made. All these people in Cleveland wanted Grant Udinski, or they wanted Nathan Schillhouse. The people that are complaining and wanting those guys did not even know who they were a month ago. Legitimately. Right. The people that are complaining that they don't have Grant Udinski or Nathan Schillhouse as an ex-Browns head coach, they had no idea who they were a month ago. So, right. It is what it is. You can complain and figure it out. Like, is Todd Monken going to be great? I don't know. Probably not. But, like, I'm willing to at least let it play out and see. I don't think I don't think it's going to work. I don't think he's going to have them in the playoffs in the next couple of years. But I don't know that anybody would with the dysfunction that they've got inside that organization.
And how soon before we hear 95 want to renege on his situation based on this? Because you told him whatever you convinced him of and magic tricks and sorcery that, you know what I mean? So I wonder how long that's going to take, before we get to that, man. Talking to Jordon Strack, everybody. All right, the big dog's in here. And of course, we got to have a Super Bowl conversation on some level. You mentioned Drake May there a moment ago. So with that, let me continue in that spirit. Talk about the quarterbacks. Obviously, perhaps to most people, the most significant question. I don't know. I guess we could debate the defenses and what have you, but certainly you're going to have a quality performance from the winning side where quarterback is concerned. And start with the kid, Jordan, and maybe who do you trust more? And I know you're not a betting guy. We just have a tendency to talk some conversations around here that's going to flow into that stream. But, with that, if you had to, houses were on the line, say or something, but who do you trust more to perhaps not betray you? I didn't even say play great, do this or that, because it may not be perfect games on either side. But who do you trust more not to burn you?
So if it were up to me and I'm going into this game and I'm trying to pick a side, I'm actually going with Sam Darnold. He has had some past playoff failures. But I think the way that he has played in this postseason, the way that he has played the last 2 years outside of, a couple of spots, he's been really good.
Yeah.
But I think the most important or most intriguing thing is it's not Drake May versus Sam Darnold. It's Drake May against Seattle's defense. And I think Seattle has a historic defense, not just a good one. I think Seattle has a historic defense. I thought last week's NFC Championship game was the Super Bowl. I thought whoever came out of the NFC from that game was going to win the Super Bowl. I just don't trust a young quarterback who doesn't have he's got Stephon Diggs, he's got some guys. I don't trust them against that Seattle defense. I just think it's too much. And I love the matchup of Mike McDonald, defensive mind, against a young quarterback. I think he's going to have Drake May seeing ghosts. I just think he is going to have him in a blender in my mind. Mike McDonald is one of the smartest defensive minds in all of football at any level in the world. And I think when you put him up against a young quarterback like that, to me, that's game, set, match.
That's Jordon Strack, ladies and gentlemen. All right, and he's on fire with that. And I guess, Jordan, what would you say then if Drake May is able to surf these waters and come out the other side again, and where the definition has to recalibrate, right? If that's the case, because like you said, I think a lot of people agree with you. The Seattle thing is an ugly monster, no denying it.
I think so. Like, if you're asking me, what's the scenario where New England somehow wins this football game? They're going to have to run the football really, really well, and they're going to have to limit possessions in this game. They're going to have to play an ugly game like they did in Denver last week. The weather's not going to rescue them in this one. And the weather did rescue them a week ago. So I also think that I think New England was very, very lucky that Bo Nix couldn't play a week ago. I think New England was very, very lucky that Buffalo didn't figure out a way to beat Denver the week prior. I thought New England was the third best team in the AFC. I think they are. I'm not going to say they're a fraud. They're in the Super Bowl. This is a fraudulent New England team that's getting in the Super Bowl. And I think Seattle's going to beat up on them. I don't particularly think it's going to be a close Super Bowl.
Okay. I like it. Defensive right there on the start off on the Monday. There it is. The big dog. Listen, man. Look, I appreciate you, brother. And look, before I get you out of here too, man, talk to me about your Wolverines, Jordan. Are they going to be able, because listen, they came out the gate. We on fire here. And we going into the springtime. Now, what are we going to do? Tournament, do we have this type of stamina with all of this, man? And that's my biggest concern. But boy, do they look like a very serious engine, man, and they have all year.
For sure. And I've got my concerns as well. Like, there's no question about that. But if you look at this Michigan team as a whole, they weren't going to keep up the pace by, beating everybody by 40. Once you got into conference play, like,
Sure.
These teams know each other way too well. They've played each other too many times. Like, they understand kind of what the deal is once we get to conference play. The things that you need during tournament time, you need really good point guard play. You need some veterans, and you need a really good head coach. I think Michigan in the tournament is actually way more dangerous than they are during the regular season. I say that because if you look at Michigan and say they're a number 1 seed, okay, so that you're going to get a 16 on night 1, which is obviously going to be a win. And then you look at your 8-9 winner against Michigan in round 2. You're going to have 1 day to prepare for Michigan. And on 1 day, you can't prepare for them. They are a nightmare. That's why they had so much success early in the year in those tournaments, because playing Michigan with a 1 day prep is brutal.
Right.
They've got an older point guard. They've got a ton of size that most teams cannot match up with. The thing that concerns me, they don't shoot free throws particularly well. They turn it over a little bit too often, but they also have 3 of the best wins in the country. There's no team that has 3 better wins than by 40 over Gonzaga, by beating what was an undefeated Nebraska team, and then going up to Breslin and winning by 12 the other night. I don't think there's a team, and Arizona's very, very good, but there's not a team that has 3 better wins than Michigan. I think they are set up to make a deep run for numerous reasons, but mostly because they've got some older guys in really good spots. They've got leadership with Burnett. They've got a point guard who's been through it just a little bit now with Elliot Cadeau, who played really well at Michigan State. I thought that, to me, was the most encouraging thing of anything that happened this past week.
Right.
With Elliot Cadeau playing well, if they get the point guard thing figured out, Michigan's a son of a gun to beat. They're a tough matchup.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to get out, but then I'm trying not to get out. It's all good, brother. Thank you very much for the enlightenment. All right. That's Jordon Strack, everybody, the big dog. Also, too, Jordan, man, let them know, man, where they can, again, find you, perhaps activities, anything going on with our people at Renewal by Anderson. Everybody, Jordan comes to us, man. Thank you to our friends there and making it happen today. All right. Wind and door replacement, Northwest Ohio. You know that. But again, he's the ambassador, man. 419-931-6970. Jordan, anything you want to add, brother?
No, man, just give us a call. And listen, we like to say we're pretty good at windows, but most importantly, we love the community. We love Northwest Ohio, and we want to make a big difference in the community. That's why they hired me. That's why I'm getting to tell the stories and do the things that I'm doing, because we all live here, and we want to be a big part of the community. So yeah, give us a call, and we'll get you all hooked up.
There it is, man. Just like you hooked us up. Appreciate you, brother. Can't wait to do it again. All right. Yes, sir, man. Enjoy the Super Bowl, sir. All right. Jordon Strack, everybody. We will come back, man. Get with our guys, man. Ski is in here. We'll talk to the quarterback, man, and Sandman. All right. We were crossing the bottom of the hours. Thank you, Mama Mary's Pizza. Again, give them a call. 419-867-9991. Again, that's any night. All right. Or do it online. MamaMarysPizza.com.
When the game ends, the real talk begins. Black and white sports with Andre of the Savages. ESPN 100.7 The Ticket.
February is the month of love. Get the person you care about flowers, chocolates, and a gift that keeps on giving. Renewal by Anderson's exclusive Fibrex composite windows. What? Right now at Renewal by Anderson of Northwest Ohio, we're offering $400 off windows, $850 off doors, plus no money down, no monthly payment, and no interest for 12 months with approved credit. Give us a call today, 419-931-6970. Renewal by Anderson of Northwest Ohio, Anderson Window Muscle, local 419 Hustle.
Get in the zone, auto zone.
Rain on game day doesn't phase Dave.
just what you're looking for.
The all-new, insanely fast YarkAuto.com is revolutionizing online car buying. No waiting, no lag. It's just what you're looking for. Yark Automotive Group's entire inventory at your fingertips. 8 stores, 11 brands, and over 2,000 new and pre-owned vehicles all in one place. And did we mention it's fast? Your next ride is now just a quick click away. The all-new YarkAuto.com. Faster, smarter, better.
For an array of classic and creative pizzas, visit Pizza Cat. Prices haven't gone up in 3 years, so continue to build those pizzas as weird as you want. Order now from their 2 Toledo locations and earn perks towards future orders at pizzacat.com. Pizza Cat, keep pizza weird. Look at you, been hard when looking at this pizza.
I was a no star in high school. Like, I know people say 3-star, but I was a no star. So yeah, definitely. I use everything that I can to give me a little bit of an edge for sure.
You're listening to Black and White Sports, where there is no gray.
Okay, keep the main thing Monday around here. And by request, because I said it, I think early in the year, I told Josh it's more culture club need to go on around here. That's what it is. Everybody, seriously, you think it's a joke, but I want to we pay homage around here to the tone setter, the people who was the pioneer. And right now, damn it, Boy George was the way of the future. It is the Boy George world. We are living now in times of Boy George, the book of George. Say it ain't. Say it ain't. I dare you to act like it is not the Boy George planet. Well, America for sure. North America is definitely Boy George nation. Right, Josh?
Right.
They didn't want to do it. You didn't want to give it up. No, we're going to make it clear. It's a miracle that y'all was fronting like. You didn't want to give him credit for he's the first. Let me stop. It's crazy. It's crazy. Listen, I can trip. It's in the person. I have people close. I can do it. I can say it. Can't do nothing. Act like you know. Boy George in the building. Black and white salute. And it don't stop. And it won't stop. Oil vendors, get an account. Josh Burnham is the account executive. 877-909-1007. That's how you get in here on it. All right. Make sure you send us. We have not stopped with you send us a solid pick tonight and we get paid. You going to Mama Mary's with the 20. That's the regular. We on the street with that. Josh, we out here on the street corners with that.
Oh yeah.
That's right.
And on more street corners than the Blade.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. But now it's time to move it forward. Okay. And quick thank yous though. First, let me say this, because I have been notoriously horrible with my thanking of my good friends at the cigar fair. Mr. Howell, please forgive me. Because we run the ads, we're on time with everything. I just want to make sure I give you the support and the respect of the extra mention. Yeah. My friends in Uptown, Mommy, everybody. As we get set for another Acoustics for Autism, Josh, we're going to have the people from Project I Am. We're going to get that going on too here soon. That's coming up. That's when we're rocking. That's our next big explosion. But I think of Uptown Mommy, as the people come out. So we got all that going on. But we certainly love our good friends at the Cigar Fair. So thank you to your staff, Mr. Howell, everybody there. Kind people, wonderful people, because life deserves a slow burn. All right. Located in Uptown Mommy since 96, everybody. They are there for you. 9 a.m. to 9, Monday through Thursday, Saturday, and Friday. See how I flipped that, Josh? You can say Friday, Saturday. Most people say Friday. I'm just, I'm silly.
Oh, yeah, you do.
All right. 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. on those days, weekend days. And then the Sunday, a little bit earlier. All right. They're doing it 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. So make sure, again, you come to the Cigar Fair, because life, again, deserves a slow burn. All right. Let's move on. Let's go. Fellas in here, all guests brought to you by the Bellamere Suites Wake Up Call Line. No time to delay. I appreciate the patience all around, man, from my guys in here. First of all, we got what we got. I got to hear the beat. Okay, Josh said we're going 216 boots on the ground first. We were talking a little bit of Cleveland energy, man. We thank our man Jordon Strack for being through here. Sandman, we're going to have to hear from you on a few items, but he is the one and only Andy Sanzada, everybody, but he's still a 419 boy. He's a Bancroft Bandit too. And then, since we talk about the Bancroft Bandits, we got You know those club boys, they do it too. We know about the boys in the stadium that's doing it every Saturday, all in front of ESPN. But we forget about our club boys, but we don't, because John Noah Jesse is heading that up. And he's the quarterback around here, and he too is on deck, and he's on the phone line. So we got the whole thing working and rocking. Gentlemen, good day to you, one and all.
Good to be with you guys. Thanks.
Good to be back on Mondays.
Absolutely. I was going to say, sad man in here. It's on a Monday, Josh. What's going on? Madness. It's crazy, but welcome, gentlemen. Love it. And it's Monday of Super Bowl week. You know, a few things have certainly catapulted us into a new energy, gentlemen. That's all I like to say. We're at the top. Feel it, because I know you can forget sometimes. This is a new year here. See, we operate on our own planet. And as you know, John, you're well aware. So we continue, gentlemen. All right, look, a few things. Let me start with this, man. First, let me go back to the weekend, if I may. And let me do this with Andy, John, because, again, I feel horrible about the fact that I wasn't able to really have in-depth conversation with you. Now that we're kind of past the thing and it's a wrap, I need you to comment for the people, Andy, on Brother Alcaraz and talk about the history that we have with this young man, what he's been able to do. Please into some sort of context for the people, man, because I don't know that, often, we try to give the appropriate appreciation to
Sure.
Here, you know how we do it. But I'm saying for those who are not, and you're casual, and you really missed what took place, man, over the last, week or so, and what happened, man, it was certainly noteworthy, to say the least, and finished in ceremonious fashion, even on the opponent.
Well, I think it should be noted that he had to play a 5.5-hour match just to get to the championship. That's one of the longest matches of his career, and it wasn't even a championship. It wasn't even a final. And Djokovic had to play over 4 hours to get there. I commend Novak for getting to a final at this stage in his career.
Right.
But his days of winning Grand Slams are over. I truly believe that. I just think he can't hit with these guys anymore. He did it against Sinner, but I think Sinner just doesn't know how to win 5-set matches yet in his career. If you look at his record, it's terrible in 5-setters, especially at the majors. But it's Novak Djokovic, so it wouldn't be surprised if he shuts me up and wins another one at the same time. But as far as what Alcaraz did, he is the youngest player in the history of the sport to win a Grand Slam. To complete the Grand Slam, I should say. So he's now won the Australian, the French, the U.S. Open, and Wimbledon. Federer didn't do that. Djokovic didn't do that. Nadal didn't do that. That's all you need to know about Carlos Alcaraz.
Bad boy, man. Again, impressive to say the least. And again, it's just the beginning of the entire, the saga, if you will, and certainly looks like all signs point to that. And a quick side note, man, before we get into some of the particulars around here that they expect. NHL goalie fight, Andy, help me out here. What's going on? I just know it was, what's going on here, man? You know what I mean? And how did I get to this, though? And the goalies, y'all supposed to be on the opposite end. What the hell? How did the goalies link up?
Well, what happened in this situation was Swayman didn't like the fact that they took an extra shot at his blocker hand after he had covered the puck up. So he started going after one of the players. And anytime a goalie sees a goalie go after somebody, they're going to step in and take over for that position. So the funny thing is they fought at center ice and then they laughed about it afterwards. I mean, that's the beauty of the game of hockey, right? But this fight turned this game around. Boston had a 5-1 lead over Tampa Bay. This fight occurred. Boston took 9 penalties in the second period. Tampa Bay goes on to win in a shootout. So, I mean, we talk all the time, hockey analysts, you'll hear them all the time talk about if a team doesn't have it that night, then fight to turn things around. And this is why you do that, because it really got the team, it really woke the team up and got them going in the right direction. And they were able to come all the way back from a 5-1 deficit, force overtime, and then force a shootout and win it in the shootout. It was quite remarkable to watch. It's probably one of the best, if not the best, outdoor games we've had in the 45 that they've had since they started it way back in the mid-2000s.
Got my guys in here. That's Andy Sanzada right there. A quick sidestep. We had to do it. Tennis, NHL. All right, we come back, man. Ski, I'm gonna need to hear from you because first I should make you explain, Russ's appearance on the Epstein files, Ski, but I won't do that to you. But I guess you could think about that during the break. But we will come back, talk about the quarterbacks, and talk about the fact that we got a game coming up this weekend, all right, among other things. So definitely been anxious to do this. We will do that when we come back. Final frame, black and white. On this Monday, Super Bowl week. It's the main thing, all right? So we got a few more to go, all right? It's just installment number 1. Sit tight. It's Black.
Want wagers that win? Weekdays will walk you to the window. Tune into Best Bets on Black and White Sports, 4 to 6 p.m. on ESPN 100.7 The Ticket.
Dreaming of your next getaway? Make your first stop the title office of Bernie Quilter, Lucas County Clerk of Courts, your hometown destination for passport services. Whether it's a family vacation, a business trip, or the adventure of a lifetime, our team makes the process fast, simple, and stress-free. With 4 convenient Lucas County Auto Title office locations in Oregon, Sylvania, and 2 Toledo offices on Heather Downs and Selena Avenue, getting your passport has never been easier. And we stand behind our work with our passport photo guarantee. If your passport is ever rejected because of a photo taken by our office, we'll retake it at no charge. Plus, there are no surprise fees. Price for our photo and tax included. Our passport booklet for adults is $181.50, and for minors, just $151.50. So before you pack your bags, visit one of the Lucas County Auto Title offices in Bernie Quilter, your Lucas County Clerk of Court, where every trip begins right here at home. Passports made easy, fast, local, and guaranteed.
And of course, this is where celebrities.
I'm Dr.
Citizens with just as much right to speak out. Agreed, you absolutely do. I'm just saying, don't. The opposite effect of what you want. Every big name in show business came out for Kamala Harris, from Oprah to Clooney to Beyonce, and she lost every swing stick. A survey of Ohio voters found Taylor Swift's endorsement actually had a negative impact, with 24% saying it made them less enthusiastic about her as a candidate. Read the room, Democrats. Celebrities aren't helping, and why would they? In a country where the big issue now is affordability, outside of, Springsteen and a few others, celebrities don't strike people as relatable or in touch, and what their activism mostly activates is eye rolls. Because stars, they're not just like us. They're just not. They fly private. They have 5 houses all over the world. They give their kids ridiculous names.
sells more engagement rings than anyone in the area.
Well, Dad, over the last 40 years, couples have trusted you to help them pick out their engagement ring.
There's another reason, Abigail, why we sell so many engagement rings. really are a graduate gemologist bringing a level of peace to our customers that they can't get anywhere else.
I know that you've been looking on Pinterest or Instagram to check out your dream engagement ring.
If you're looking for something really unique, check out our collection of man-made color diamonds. In my 40 years, I have never seen anything like it.
Stop in and see me at Jeffrey Man Fine Jewelers. Man-made diamonds are 100% real diamonds.
And they're exclusively sold at Jeffrey Man Fine Jewelers.
Fender benders are not fun. It's done, vehicles get repaired quickly and by the best body in the city. Remember, no matter what anyone tells you, it's your place where you get your vehicle repaired. Done should be that place.
You're listening to Black and White Sports, where there is no gray.
Travis, what do you love more, Taylor Swift or phantom 15-yard roughing the passer penalties in the playoffs?
It's a good question. Anybody else?
ESPN 100.7 The Ticket.
And we get out of here on day one, Super Bowl week. Main thing Monday, Black and White Sports. We appreciate you one and all for hanging with us today. So as I get back in here, let me ask the quarterback a few pertinent questions, or at least one significant one, as we got this big game coming up, right? So, Ski, I was wondering, I was just asking your man Jordan this, and shout out to Jordon Strack, man, hanging with us today. Who do you trust more? This is what I've been waiting to hear you. And also, too, John, Andy, and got John Nojeski here, ladies and gentlemen, Andy Senzado here, and do not reveal your pick. Try not to speak in a way and you start telling everybody who you like. They'll probably be able to tell, I would imagine, with you guys, but we'll try to see what we can do on delaying all this until Friday. But with that said, John, what I do need to know from you, brother, is like, who do you trust more? I think I know which guy you like, but I wonder, if you had a situation take place where you found that you, at the end of the game, were sort of deceived by your quarterback, let down by your quarterback. Ultimately, we would be looking at it saying, didn't make enough plays. My quarterback, John. Which one of these guys? Young, I get it. We got a young guy and we got an old, wily veteran. But I think the question is fair.
Yeah, I mean, the question's more than fair. And it's, which way do you decide to go with this one, Sav? And you kind of alluded to it a little bit. It's kind of hard. We've had a week to think about it. And I think it's going to come down more than the quarterback play, though. So much pressure on these guys, and I think the team that ultimately wins does just that. Doesn't expect the quarterback to win the game for them, and that's going to determine the outcome of this football game.
But I'm asking, like, which one do you trust? Like I said, if you got, again, if somebody made the bonehead error, and I'm kind of talking about the idea that we've been listening to Darnold talk, and Darnold has proved us wrong. We have rewritten his script. People should certainly have more confidence in him based on what we've seen in terms of the track record. Meanwhile, most conversations center around questioning the kid's ability to be savvy in this situation and maintain composure. That's what I'm talking about. And which guy do you trust the least, maybe?
The guy I trust the least is Drake May. And that's because and it's not because of Drake May's play. I want people to understand that. It's not necessarily because of that. It's because, listen, the moment and what they're going to do to him on the field, I think is going to be a little bit too much for him to handle in the moment, which is not anything to shake a stick at. And I think it's Darnold and Seattle Seahawks moments to make this happen.
Now, see, this is interesting, man. This is like funny. Everybody I'm talking to is giving me this same sort of conversation. And it's like, and this always alarms me. Now we're back to this where it almost sounds insurmountable, like no one is talking about the Patriots with respect to their ability to do what we've kind of been seeing them do, because I get everything from the schedule was weak, which again, nobody ever says that when we sit up here and make a holiday out of the schedule release. Nobody was saying when it started, boy, the Patriots schedule looks a little peculiar, a 3-14 team. So they got really the commensurate schedule, number one. But I get that. Hold on, I got about 2 or 3 more here. No, because I hear the schedule. Then I'm sitting here listening to the defense from the Seahawks, which is cool, and it's still not, it's not Singletary, middle linebackers, boys, and it certainly isn't Legion of Boom. I get it, it's dressed up like that, but it really isn't, because the Rams were kind of having their way with these clowns a little bit, if we really were being honest. If anybody, see, we forgot the last game, it's so long ago. That's one thing. And they look a little vulnerable to me, even though dominant, but I get it. But I'm just saying, to that extent, that's always the conversation. And like, these guys are not really capable of, I think Jordon Strack said Seattle blows them out. And so I thought that was interesting, that everybody feels as though it might even be non-competitive. Okay, are you in that space at all? And I'm not saying necessarily picking.
No. I'm not in that space at all, and I'm also not in the space of thinking that they had an easy schedule. I do believe some things fell their way, unlike Seattle. I don't think you can make the same argument. I mean, I've never been one of any team when they win and blames it on an easy or harder schedule, Sav. Listen, you play the guys on your schedule, and that's basically it. And the idea is to win the football game. I've never been in a camp of, the only reason they're in the Super Bowl is because they had an easy schedule. There's no easy games in the NFL, if you ask me. So, no, both teams respectfully earned it, but you can make an argument, I believe, that some things did fall the way that the Patriots needed them to fall.
Oh, there's no question. And Andy, hey, my bad too, brother. There was some background, something was funky going on with your situation. But before we get out of here, take that, man, and pick that up. When I'm talking about which quarterback perhaps do you trust least, Ski feels like it's the young kid May. That's not surprising, but everybody's talking to me. We got about 30, 40 seconds in here, man. You know what I mean? That the kid is almost incapable of maybe playing the type of game that has brought them here. So it's very strange.
Yeah, I understand why a lot of people would say it would be Drake May because of the youth and the inexperience, but Sam Darnold is prone in his past to make the big mistake, right? What I think the difference is going to be, Sav, is what he showed me in the Rams game was that he learned from that. He learned from what happened in Minnesota, and Minnesota's GM lost his job because he didn't trust that Sam Darnold could learn from that. He was 43-25. That's a tremendous record for a GM in the NFL, and he lost his job because he didn't keep Sam Darnold. So that should tell you everything you need to know about the growth of Sam Darnold. And I just think that there are other extenuating circumstances that we're going to talk about throughout the week. That is another reason why people don't trust Drake May more than they don't trust Sam Darnold.
Well, there that is, man. Fellas, I appreciate you guys. All right, we're going to extend everything, man, and certainly talk about it a little bit more as the week goes on. Thank you again. Hell of a job, even in the short frame. John Nowajeski, appreciate you. Andy Sanzada, always appreciate you, sir. And, of course, Jordon Strack, thank you very much for popping in here today. Like I said, tomorrow, Eric Harbert, everybody. All right, 13 ABC, you know him from the 9, and we will certainly talk to him about all this damn basketball. He still plays basketball in local YMCAs and things, and that must stop. All right, for Josh Burnham, I am Andre of the Savages. Quick mentions out of here, too, important. We will see what we can investigate and find out. WNBA, big talks today, labor talks. It really might not be a season. These ladies have really played themselves into a horrible corner. Not sure they can get out. And LeBron James, the coaches said he's on the roster. He's in the reserves pool, everybody, all right? So King still gets in it. We'll be back tomorrow. Talk Back Tuesday, all right? It's a new week. It's a new year. It's black and white, man. Talk Back Tuesday. Handle your business today.
Where we're at now, it can't be what is the end going to look like. It has to be we have to take care of business today and then tomorrow.
There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow.
His Store and More, the Man Superstore Studios. This is 100.